Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I am Angelo Mazzocco with AVAAP, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDOIQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Jenna Zhou, Director of Enterprise Information Architecture at Dell. Jenna, please tell us a little bit about what it is that you do. I was amazed the first time we spoke about what enterprise information governance is about and how you work with it.
Yeah, my team actually is about defining, organizing the data for Dell technology internally. We deal with all aspects of data. Information governance, obviously, is a very important aspect of it. It covers how we plan, how we organize, how we put the data into the right structure, and how we control and enforce the policy and the standards across the board.
So the name of your presentation is really to grow enterprise information governance through strategic programs. How do you do that? We'll start there and ask more detailed questions, but at a tall level, high level, how is it that you do that?
Yeah, because in general, people consider data governance or information governance really challenging because the data is all over the place. The scope can be huge. And it's also convoluted with all the legacy systems, processes. So it deals with all aspects of the change management. It's also, I would say, on top of that, the direct benefit of data sometimes is very difficult to quantify. So a lot of large organizations, although they know it is the strategic importance of enterprise data governance or information governance, they have been struggling to get it off the ground. What we did at Dell is to launch the enterprise information governance through those strategic transformative programs, so we be able to deliver immediate business value and build out the information governance capabilities along the way.
Thank you. Enterprise information management is increasingly needed today, but it still remains a struggle, as you said, to design and implement both the EIG and EIM programs in order to yield tangible results. What would you consider to be tangible results from a program like that?
Generally, when people consider tangible results, would be like a cost saving, right? For example, we had a business process, we improve the productivity so we can have cost saving. Then there's also another category, is cost avoidance, right? Especially with the regulations. If we do well with the all the regulations, especially like the GDPR, those privacy regulations come with a potential huge fine if we don't do well. So if we can implement the right level of governance and control, we can avoid cost. And then on top of that, there's also the other side about be able to understand the customer insights through better quality of data, and then be able to create a new business model, right, through cross-functional data insights. Those would be increasing the top line revenue profits. So those can be the tangible, but sometimes it's just because it's linked with other factors, right? It's very hard to quantify which part or what portion is directly linked to data governance.
Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you. There's a couple of terms I picked out of some of your literature, and that is the enterprise information governance capability model, as well as in there, I think you define the enterprise information governance cycles. Can you speak to those and how they connect and what it is that they do in terms of the value they help provide?
Yeah, this enterprise information governance cycle is a methodology we developed through the practice. Basically, is deliver the capabilities and the value together through 4 steps. The first step is about envisioning the North Star. So we help people to see what the future state can look like. The second step is more about socialize the value so people can understand why we have to do enterprise data governance and what would be the potential starting point. And then the third step, after we identified at least a real use case, we can start to lay the foundation. This including getting the capability model in place and get the roadmap so we know how to execute, deliver the value and the capability at the same time. Then once we get the foundation right, then we started to drive the adoptions through those strategic programs we have been partnered with. And then this can be iterations. So as we go through multiple cycles, we gradually build out the enterprise data governance capability, as well as delivering the business value.
Thank you. Very good. The enterprise information governance roadmap, what is that all about and how is it used in the process?
Roadmap basically is more about, I would say, a high-level plan, right? How would we build? What would be the first step, second step, and how would we get into the targeted future state? How would we build it? I would say sometimes it really depends on the context, depends on the related strategic programs. Enterprise data governance actually touches all aspects of the data management. You get started with the master data program. You get started with the privacy regulation programs like GDPR. There's multiple entry points. Just pick any of those burning pain points or opportunities, then you will be able to get more visibility and as well as the concrete business value out of it.
I understand. Thank you. Explain the enterprise information governance vendor evaluation and talk to us about why it's important and how it fits into the process.
We talked about governance that to implement enterprise data governance program, or function or capabilities, we require the changes in people, process, as well as technology, because the technology will provide a foundation to bring all the cross-functional teams together to encourage people for the collaboration. And what we build through those strategic programs can also be preserved through those enterprise data governance program and become the new starting point or stepping stone for the next phase. So it is important to leverage these technical foundations. There are many vendors in the market. So I would say do the vendor evaluation to make sure you pick those vendors that fits your current maturity level, as well as your strategic goals, as well as your cost budget. All this, right? It's a multi-dimensional assessment. There's no one single tool that fits for everybody, right? What we did look at it generally including 5 dimensions, including capability, including cost, including support, sustainability, including strategic fit, right? As well as the vendor itself, whether it's financially stable or solid can be a long-term partner.
Well, very good. Thank you very much for joining us today. And everyone, please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews.